But first, we're going to get back to the healthy side of things, and that is why these three gentlemen are here with us this morning. Marty Hansen, a fitness coach, owner of M2 Sport. Welcome to our set this morning. You bring lots of knowledge and wisdom with you.
Well, thank you.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you came from, and what you do.
I was trained as an alpine ski coach. That's where I did the majority of my education through systems that were actually here in Alberta. They had a great program called Go for Gold that led up to the Olympics. And that was a big part of my more formal education. So alpine skiing was where I spent my time coaching teams and working within the Ski Coaches Federation for coaching education and so on. And then I transitioned into personal training in 2006 and formed M2 Sport.
What led you into personal training? What was the motivation behind that?
The transition? Well, when you work with ski teams, you get a contract for a period of time. If you're successful, normally your athletes move on, which means you work yourself out of a job. If you're unsuccessful, you get to work really hard and get moved on as well too. So these transitions started to wear a little bit, and I thought it was time to begin to settle down, and Calgary seemed to be a good place.
And when you are coaching people, what are kind of some of your maybe top 3 tips of how to really help to support and motivate someone to steer towards their goals?
To find a collective where we're on the same page, where we're starting at the same place, and then to know which is the first direction to go, and then what's going to guide it all is what is the ultimate purpose of the process.
And then when someone hits kind of a roadblock and they start to get, because we all hit our roadblocks, get frustrated, kind of what do you do when an athlete gets to that point maybe where they have an injury or something happens, they have to kind of shy away a bit from their goal?
Yeah, there's normally when a person comes up with some type of aversion, like they're blocked in a particular way, sometimes a rest is good, you know, so like planning to rest is a good opportunity. And then the other side is to realize that a pivot is required. And normally, like in general standards, about 3 months is a good period of time to focus. And then during that 3-month period is to plan the next 3 months.
Perfect.
And how are you guys all connected? How do you all know each other?
Well, I've actually I brought Marty into this relationship, so to speak. I've known Marty for a period of time. He has given me some excellent training myself around Russian kettlebell, and in my opinion is still the most effective, prolific coach around kettlebell, at least in Calgary, if not anywhere in North America. I've always enjoyed Marty's approach to training as he's described already. It is he takes things into a deeper level, and looking past just the superficial pieces that so often we're guilty of focusing on. And through my relationship with Marty and some of the pieces that he's been developing over the last number of years, he was a really good for the initiative that's brought us in here today. And then subsequent to that, Kevin and I have been working together for a period of time now, and it's been a really good fit to this point. So that's how I'm connected.
I think the real factor of how we know each other is we're all members of the Ball Club for Men. Ball Club for Men. We are all outstanding members there, and everything else is subsequent to that.
It just makes it does
connect. It does connect.
Kindred spirit.
Very much so.
No hair gets in the way.
I've known Ron's. You know, I've had the opportunity to work with Ron now going on a year, which seemed to fly by. But I've known Ron and his reputation for almost 10 years here in the city of Calgary, and where he stands with fitness and health and wellness. And you know, I have to be honest. About a year ago, I was ready to just kind of throw in the towel for a little bit and change my direction with personal training and try something new. And I actually went back to school and still doing so. And just coming into Mission Fitness and talking to Ron and seeing how our visions align and how our strengths match one another and things like that was really amazing. And that shift away went right back in. My passion was reignited, and it's been going strong ever since.
Marty, what's your philosophy when it comes to fitness? Do you have a philosophy that you work with clients?
Yeah, that the mind doesn't change the mind, and the body doesn't change the body. So you know, the body can change the mind, and the mind can change the body. So we have to think about where the beliefs lie and what intentions are set. And that is a basic fundamental to start with. And then that movement is treated, especially in our age group, the people that tend to go towards
29 to 35.
Yeah, exactly. That movement has a certain intelligence to it as well. So it's not just a robotic movement that we try to connect as much as we can from the physical movement into mental or imagined movement.
Yep.